Deep in the heart of France, there's a building that's so grand, so over the top, it almost doesn't seem real. We're talking about the Château de Chambord. It's basically a fairy tale castle come to life. But behind all that beauty is a story that is just, well, it's kind of weird. So let's get into it.
Right off the bat, here's the big question, the puzzle that sits at the center of Chambord. Why on earth would you build this absolute masterpiece of a palace, smack in the middle of a swampy forest, and then, get this, barely even use it? Was it all just one giant, gorgeous mistake?
And to give you a sense of just how big a mistake we're talking about, look at that number, 426 rooms. And this place was supposed to be a simple hunting lodge, a little shack to kick back in after a long day. It's gotta be the most extra, most ridiculously epic hunting lodge in the history of the world. So who's the guy with the vision and the budget for something this wild? Well, that would be France's young, super ambitious king, Francois I. He wasn't just building a castle. He was trying to build something that would make the whole world's jaw drop.
And here's the thing you have to understand. Chambord was never really meant to be a home. Nope. It was a statement. It was a giant, glittering symbol of King Francois's money, his culture, and his raw power. It was designed for one thing, and one thing only: to completely blow the minds of anyone who saw it.
See, back in the 16th century, your buildings were like your weapons. And a chateau this massive, that was the ultimate power play. It was basically a giant stone challenge to his #1 rival, the Holy Roman Emperor, Charles V. Francois was basically saying, you may have the bigger title, but look what I can build. France is where the real action is. And did it work? Oh, you bet it did. When Charles V finally came to visit, even he was just floored. He called it a summary of what humans could achieve. I mean, coming from the guy you're trying to one-up, that's about the best compliment you could ever get. Game, set, and match to Francois. But Francois had a secret weapon in his corner, a true ace up his sleeve. He was the patron of the one, the only, Leonardo da Vinci. Now, Leonardo actually died right before they broke ground, but his ideas, his genius, it's all baked right into the DNA of this place. And if you're looking for proof, you don't have to go any further than the very heart of the chateau. We're talking about the legendary double helix staircase. It's not just a way to get upstairs, it's the soul of the building. It's pure magic in stone. Okay, so try to picture this. You've got two separate spiral staircases, and they're twisting around each other, but they never actually touch. This means you and a friend can use the stairs at the same exact time, one going up, one coming down. You can see each other through the gaps in the middle, but you'll never cross paths. It's just brilliant, mind-bending stuff. And the staircase is just the start. The whole place is on a scale that's, well, it's almost silly. On top of those 426 rooms, you've got 282 fireplaces and a crazy 77 different staircases. Can you imagine trying to find your way around? It's a maze. And that was the whole point, to feel infinite. So after all that work, you'd think this place would be the center of the universe for the French court. But nope. The story of what happened after it was built is just as strange as why it was built in the first place. For hundreds of years, it was basically just a beautiful, empty giant sleeping in the woods. And this might be the most shocking number of all. King Francois I, the guy whose dream this was, spent a grand total of 72 days here in his entire life. That's it. Just a little over 2 months in his colossal masterpiece. But even if he wasn't there, he made sure you knew it was his. His personal logo, the salamander, is carved into the walls and ceilings more than 800 times. It was his way of stamping his name on it forever, screaming, "This was me. I did this." So the chateau's journey kept going long after Francois was gone. It started in 1519, then got ignored for a while after he died. Other royals picked it back up in the 1600s. Fast forward to 1930, and the French government steps in to save it. And then finally, in 1981, it gets the global props it deserves as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But some of its most important moments were ones nobody was supposed to see. It was used as a hospital during the Franco-Prussian War. And then, get this, during World War II, this palace became the ultimate hiding spot. Its thick walls and remote location were perfect for keeping France's greatest art treasures, yep, including Leonardo's Mona Lisa, safe from the Nazis. The King's Folly became a nation's vault.
So what about today? Well, Chambord is definitely not empty anymore. It's alive. It's been brought back to its former glory, and now people from all over the world come to walk its halls. They're not just looking at a building. They're stepping right into a 500-year-old dream.
And if you're thinking you want to see this for yourself, it's actually pretty easy to get to. It's only a couple hours' drive from Paris. You'll be joining almost 1 million other people who visit every year. But look at that last number, the estate size. It is the largest walled forest park in all of Europe. You're not just visiting a castle, you're exploring an entire kingdom. And this isn't some dusty relic either. They're always doing cool new things. They've restored the incredible French gardens, you can take boat rides on the river, there are amazing light shows in the summer, and special exhibits that dig into its connection with guys like Leonardo. It's a 500-year-old building that's still got new tricks up its sleeve.
So, we end up back where we started. What was Chambord, really? Was it a beautiful mistake? A flex of power? A work of art? Maybe the answer is all of the above. It's a pretty powerful reminder that sometimes the craziest, most impractical dreams are the ones that end up sticking around the longest.